What's up, everybody? My name is Scott. I'm a medium and a psychic, and I'm hanging out with you watching some scary videos from Nuke's Top 5. This is going to be a lot of fun. As always, I have not watched any of the videos that we're about to watch together because I like you having my first reaction to everything that I'm doing. It's a lot more fun that way. Going to be a great video. You're going to love it. We're going to have a lot of fun. And if you're into reaction videos from a psychic medium who also happens to be a paranormal investigator and a police officer, make sure you hit the subscribe button because we're going to be dropping a couple of these kinds of videos a week, plus my own paranormal investigations, plus some other really cool projects that are on their way. And we're going to do free spirit-led mediumship readings live at least once a week right here on YouTube. Without further ado, though, let's get on to these scary videos. All right, here we go.
In the countryside of Chillicothe, Ohio, is the Schrader Road Tunnel. Built underneath a set of railroad tracks in 1927, the old road tunnel is said to be extremely haunted.
I bet it is.
The story goes that long ago, a woman was carrying her baby while walking along.
I just came from Ohio, and I like this video because it started with Ohio and Schrader. That's the name of my good buddy, Dave Schrader. Shout out. They got a bridge that's named after you somewhere in Ohio, and it's haunted. And it already sounds like it's not going to be a very great story. Let's see what happens.
On the train tracks, late at night, the two were hit by an oncoming train.
Oh, that's
It is said
sad.
that her ghost and the ghost of her baby haunt the Schrader Road Tunnel.
Okay.
Many people who have traveled through the tunnel report that they have seen the ghostly figure of a woman holding her baby.
Oh, that's
Others
sad.
report hearing odd, unexplained wails and moans.
Okay.
Because of this, locals started referring to the Schrader Tunnel by a very different and much creepier name.
What?
The Crybaby Tunnel.
Oh, okay, hold on.
So,
I was waiting for it to have a name like that. So, if you have a Crybaby Bridge, a Crybaby Road, a Crybaby Tunnel in your town, put that down in the comments. Tell me about it, like kind of. You know, just tell me a little bit about it, because in my town we have a Crybaby Bridge, and it's a little bit of a different story where a lady was like really perturbed and she was sad and she like threw her baby off the bridge. And allegedly, if you stop your car on the bridge at midnight, turn it off, you can hear a baby crying in the woods. I have never heard it, but it doesn't mean it's not true. It just means I've never heard it. It's another cool urban legend. So let's continue on our scary story here.
Levi Woodruff is intrigued by the spooky stories and sets out to explore the Crybaby Tunnel late one night.
Okay.
As you might imagine, it did not go well.
I wonder if that's the actual place. This
So
is
I've
for
been
sure.
down in here in a place called Crybaby's Tunnel.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
a
that's
place. It's local around my area.
Okay.
And they say she got hit on the tracks with her baby.
That's so sad.
Or her body was dumped right there in the creek.
Right there.
Creek down here.
So dark.
There's something dead right there.
Oh,
Bro, there's something dead right there.
what is it? It's all blurred out. What is it? And the water's very loud.
Deer. I think it's a
deer?
dead deer.
It's a dead deer. Okay.
I've been out here forever.
Probably
trying to get
smelly.
stuff, bro.
In my opinion. I don't know. Maybe. So far, nothing too creepy.
This is spooky.
Maybe if you're there alone, it could be creepy.
Is anybody out there?
With the story. Don't go ghost hunting alone. Your mind could get the better of you. Oh? Okay, hold on. All right. Before this goes any further, number one, yes, that is very terrifying. If you were sitting there in the dark and you were looking for the spirit of a crying baby and you heard what sounds like a crying baby, you could be pretty freaked out. Now, I stopped this because I haven't watched it yet, and I don't know what this guy's reaction is going to be. How many of you are hitting the Scooby-Doo button and running away? How many of you out there say Scooby-Doo down in the comments if you're about to toss your cookies, lighten yourself up, and run, because I think a lot of us would do that. Now, let's see what his reaction is, and then let's see if he gets to the bottom of what this crying is. Is he going to see a ghost or something?
Hello?
Okay, he didn't run.
Right.
Caption said baby crying. Oh, he ran. Scooby-Doo.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no. I
In
love
the
it. This
pitch
guy's
black
the
darkness
best.
of the tunnel with
So,
nothing but a flashlight, Levi suddenly
Okay. So, big shout out to Nuke's Top 5 for always having really fun videos. Listen, let's talk about this real quick. He found a deceased deer in the creek. And then we hear what sounds like a baby crying. Now, if any of you don't know this, and maybe you live in like a city area or you don't have many deer near you, baby deers sound like that. Is it deer, baby deer, deers? Baby deer. They'll sound like that. They can make very human-like sounds. And when they're in distress, they certainly sound like any other child or baby. So, maybe it's not a ghost. Maybe it's just baby deer crying because mommy's gone, which is just as sad in my opinion. I love animals, so that's very sad. But let's get on with this here.
hears the disturbing cries of a baby.
Yeah.
Familiar with the spooky stories about the tunnel,
Of course.
Levi makes a run for
Scooby-Doo,
it.
baby!
So could these cries belong to the spirit of the baby that tragically passed away at the creepy old railroad tunnel?
Maybe.
And is the ghost of the baby's mother also inside,
She could
just
be.
waiting for someone to come in?
And do what? That's the question. What's the point, right, of like a ghost hanging out there? It's not particularly
Hell
nice.
No.
Hell no. I love it.
House of Light and Shadows.
Oh, this
TikTok
sounds
creator
cool.
Anthony Yamada has dedicated his TikTok page to making videos about life in Japan and the available homes and real estate there.
Okay.
In one of his videos, Anthony is giving a tour through an affordable 4-bedroom home.
Again, I haven't watched this yet. I'm just relying on the fact that Nukes brings us really good stuff. So, Japan is very notorious for paranormal activity, just like parts of the United States and parts of Europe and stuff. Like, there's just like clusters that happen in the paranormal world. And Japan seems to sit on one of those places. The island of Japan sits in a place that just seems to have an exponential amount of creepy happening. They have a ton, of course, of history there. People have lived there for a bajillion years. Yeah, bajillion. That is very historically accurate. And, we have something scary that is potentially going to happen. It's a TikTok creator. What's up, dude? See you over there on TikTok. Let's see what he finds in this house.
In Fukuoka City, Japan, when this happens.
Okay.
Here's what $760 gets you in Fukuoka, Japan. Now, today we have a classic Japanese home, starting with a very nice tatami room. This house will run you a monthly rent of 12 man yen. This 4-bedroom home is in a wonderful location.
It's nice.
3-minute walk away from a supermarket, electronics store, and convenience stores.
Okay.
Did you see
Oh,
it?
what the heck was that?
Well, Anthony didn't. But soon after...
Okay, we'll go back to that in a second. So, first off, we like videos like this because this man has no skin in the game. He's not there to ghost hunt. He's showing off real estate. Like, I don't know if he's like a real estate agent or if he has any kind of like tie-in to like selling these properties or renting them out. But as a creator, he's just there showing what you can get for $760 a month in Japan. And he captured something really creepy. And it says that he didn't even see it the first go around.
He enters, a shadow can be seen.
Oh, that's creepy. Is there somebody behind it, though?
A translucent Japanese-style wall.
I don't know. Let's
But
find
when
out.
Anthony looks behind the wall,
It looks like it's already gone.
there's no one there. But Anthony didn't notice any of this until shocked viewers quickly flooded
One,
the comment
two,
section,
three.
wondering if
Within-
the reasonable price of only $760
I counted like fast 3 seconds, but it was really like less than 2 seconds that he panned away and came back, and that shadow was gone. So again, I like to think practically. If it's a VFX artist that he works with that they're trying to amp up the reputation of this place for some reason, then maybe they would have done that. But it doesn't seem like there would have been enough time for even a very fast human being to move away from there. Now, of course, there's trickery everywhere, so we don't know. But so far, that's really cool. And this comment that we paused on says $760 only. That house would cost close to $2,000 monthly over here in Germany. And then we have to wonder, why is it so well priced? Is it because there's a ghost? Let's see what they say.
$160 a month for a 4-bedroom home in a large popular city has anything to do with that.
Yeah.
Some viewers even jokingly ask if the ghost is included with the house.
And will he pay rent?
Now, is this a Japanese ghost
or she?
not? And
or
would
it?
You pay $760 a month to live with one?
No.
I'll leave that up to you to decide.
Let's not have any ghosts to come with the house.
TikTok user Jess is a certified nursing assistant.
All right, so certified nursing assistant, CNA, good witness, usually pretty practical about things. Also, though, all you nurses out there, give me a hi down in the comments because y'all are awesome. And you all seem to have a very specific connection with the other side. You have a connection with people. A lot of times when I do readings for people, I don't know anything about them, but if my hands start to get hot while I'm doing the reading, I almost instinctively know that means that they have some sort of healing, a job in like the healing sector of the world. So like maybe they're a nurse, EMT, doctor, therapist, caregiver, those sorts of things where they're physically touching people a lot and making them healthy. So let's see what this lady's story is. Another TikTok user.
One night, she's working the late shift in the psychiatric unit at an old and allegedly haunted children's hospital in Maine. She spots something that sends a chill down her spine.
Okay,
there's nobody here, right?
Oh.
Nobody here.
That door moved with a purpose. Was that her? She's showing us the mirror.
Because it is not me. This is me leaving.
Okay, that's not very clear, but I see what she's doing. She's using the mirror to help us see that there's nobody else there. Maybe in the video I'll be able to zoom it in when we watch it together. Okay, but yeah, she's saying that nobody's moving that door. Interesting. Okay, here we're gonna give a take on this real quick. I don't think that somebody who identifies themselves, who has a professional job, who works in the care industry, is going out of their way to make something just for notoriety, because if they are, it kind of discredits them if they are doing something fake or if they are trying to deceive someone. So to me, that means that this person has a lot to lose if they're being full of baloney, and she's genuinely interested as to why that door might be opening and closing like that. It wasn't like it was gently swinging. It looked like it was moving with a purpose, right? So it's like when somebody opens a door and closes it, as aside from when the wind will just push a door and let it close, right? So perhaps there is a spirit manipulating that, but maybe also it's like just, I don't know, a breeze in the hallway because the HVAC turned on. Let's see what else happens.
Hi.
A dark human-like figure can be seen standing in front of Jess in the hospital hallway. There's no one there. A TikTok commenter
I didn't even see that. I thought that was her. Oh, wow. Now, if you need a better look at this, in my box area that I put up for you isn't big enough, I'll put the link in the video so you can go check this out. It's a little after 5 minutes, I think this video starts. So go check that out. I didn't see that. That is creepy. Again, that would be very difficult. A high level of skill, in my opinion, if this is video effects, okay? This isn't like you turn on a ghost app and put a crummy The Ring girl in there. This is a real, like, thing it's in the mirror. So that's really interesting.
Out that she might be seeing the image of a reaper, there to collect someone to take their soul to the other side.
She's so brave. Is she running?
Confirms that, strangely, one of her patients actually did pass away the following day.
That's sad. So did she see
death?
death?
Mentioning that Nurse Jess has never posted any paranormal content on her TikTok.
Interesting.
And has only ever shared videos about her life and experiences working as a certified nursing assistant.
Wow.
So could this be a reaper caught on camera? You decide.
Do you think it's a reaper? Put that in the comments if you think so.
Crafter Moore Johnson from Huntington Beach, California is packing for a trip to sell her handmade goods at a Las Vegas trade show.
Okay,
Suddenly, she and her business partner hear something downright creepy coming from somewhere just below their feet.
It? They all float down here, Georgie. I don't know. Let's see what happens.
I can deal with this. I have had not enough coffee to deal with this. Honestly, this is coming from the dream.
Okay, there's only one. Okay. There's only one thing that we could say. This most likely is like somebody put a Bluetooth speaker down the drain and is having a wonderful time. Now, that's scary, but I bet that if we looked around, unless that was like specifically produced by somebody that was pulling this prank, I would say that we could probably find that sound somewhere in the world and match it up to that. That's like a little too on the nose. Well, let's see what happens. I do have chills. It's very scary.
Okay. Some creepy words. What is that? Who is that? What's going on?
Is she talking to us or a dog? New prank unlocked.
Obnoxious as hell.
Now, as a paranormal investigator, my immediate thought is it's a Bluetooth speaker. So what do you do at this point? You have to yell in there and be like, can you shut up? We're trying to pack and go somewhere. And then if it stops immediately or changes or growls or reacts in a way that is different than just that noise, then you might get something else going on.
Mara and her business partner hear creepy sounds and what can only be described as singing coming from the sewer drain.
All right.
The time of this recording is at 5:45 in the morning.
What do you guys think?
It makes no sense that anyone would be down in the sewer that early, much less singing.
Yeah.
Now, Mara is in no way claiming that she captured anything otherworldly.
Okay.
In fact, none of her videos on her TikTok page have anything to do with the paranormal at all.
Good
Mara
witness.
simply posted this one creepy, unexplained moment that she experienced.
It's just cool.
So, just what is this? And
somebody playing a prank
is down in the sewer singing at 5:45 in the morning.
Somebody playing a prank on my
For now,
TV.
this eerie capture remains unexplained.
All right.
Room with a view. Ever since they moved into their new apartment, Joey Chilotny and his family have been experiencing strange, unexplained activity.
Baby, so
their
cute.
furniture and belongings seem to inexplicably move on their own.
Okay.
Their infant son's toys turn on and off at random.
So there's a difference between things moving on their own and things moving from where you put them. So moving on their own means like you have a coffee mug on the table and it scoots across the table for no reason. The other one that's commonly reported is I put my keys down 100%. I know I put them right here on the hook. They're always there. And then when I went to get them, they were gone. And I looked all over the house for them. And then when I came back, they were right where I thought they would be on the hook. That is another kind of paranormal phenomenon. It's very difficult to prove or disprove either way, but it is an interesting thing. And then the toys going off, just so everybody knows, kids' electronic toys are very, very like prone to being activated by their environment. That's why a lot of paranormal investigators will use them as trigger objects, because we know, especially like VTech toys for some reason, they seem to be very highly susceptible to outside stimulus from its environment. So if you have VTech toys, you have kids or grandkids or something running around, and that brand is just like seemingly going off, it might be paranormal or it might just be the batteries are running out. Try to understand what is happening before you jump to ghosts. Let's see what these folks encountered.
And they often hear the sound of doors and cabinets opening and closing on their own.
Okay, that's creepy.
So on this particular day, Joey suddenly hears something very odd coming from his son's bedroom.
What?
He is determined to capture evidence of the supernatural activity in the apartment.
Okay.
So he takes out his phone and begins to record.
The best
what
equipment.
He captures is truly chilling.
The best equipment that you have is the equipment in your hand.
6 months now. For the past 2 weeks, some weird things have been happening in our son's room. So I wasn't going to record, but I actually came here to feed the cats. We have 2 cats. So I came over to feed them, and I noticed that in his room, my son's room back here, there's one of the cats.
Hey, kitty.
I can hear this toy being played. And it wasn't on before.
Toy issue, right?
And it is playing right now. And I don't know why it's playing right now.
Okay.
I didn't leave it on. But even if I did leave it on, like, I'll turn it off.
Okay, hard switch, that's cool.
It wouldn't automatically play. You'd have to, even if I brush over the key.
Okay, so he's doing a really good job explaining things. One, there's a hard switch on that toy. It's not the kind of thing that is just on. So, if, you know, the switch, if you don't know anything about how it works, that switch creates a circuit. So if it's open like this, no electricity will flow through it or no current, and then nothing will happen. But once you flip that switch up, it closes it. Usually that's how it works, right? And then it creates the current so it can pass through and work all the electronics, right? So that's what the switch does. It's a hard switch. And what he's saying is, even if he left it on, it still needs some sort of exterior physical push to work. So let's see that happen.
It doesn't really go. So you'd have to really press the button to get it go.
Wow.
And it was not on, and it turned on, and I could hear it. That's
So
when I started recording.
could a cat have done that?
Now I'm looking around, there's stuff knocked over, there's plants knocked over.
That could be cats.
There's books on the ground.
I hate to say that, but logically.
Wipes are on the floor. I don't
Could be a
know
cat.
what is going on. And there is no one here. I'm here by myself. There's nothing here. Did you see that?
What was that? What do we see, dog?
Am I insane?
What do we see? We see a shadow.
Someone just walked by the window.
All right.
And I
hope they
will go
replay
out there and show you that no one is here.
And then I'll tell you
This
guys
door is
logically
locked.
what it could be, because I already have an idea.
This is the door you're just looking at. This door
Yep.
is locked.
Okay. And it's like a balcony.
There's nothing out here.
Look at this position of the
Nothing out
sunshine.
here.
And
There's a
I
closet door. This is also locked.
don't know if he's going to show us
It's always been
the
locked.
outside more,
Just the weirdest things are happening.
but
Weirdest things are happening.
let's see if he
An
goes back.
electronic toy turns on by
Okay.
itself, and as Joey looks around the room,
see what
a
happens.
strange shadow can be
Okay.
seen passing by the balcony window.
Nice. Now, that does very much look like a human form. And it kind of almost debunks what I was going to say. But this is what I was going to tell you, is it could be a bird passing over and creating a shadow. See? Look at that. See how my hand from my light is creating that shadow? And it looks creepy. If you didn't know my hand was here, you'd be like, wow, is somebody reaching over Scott and making a weird shadow? So something could have passed by, and depending on the sunlight and the direction, that could have created that. So again, I'm not trying to say that this man is making anything up or trying to deceive or fool us. What I'm saying is that definitely there's a little bit of a logical explanation for both things right now, but this is the sort of thing that a client might send to me, and they'd be like, can you talk to us about this? And we would want to go to that location. We'd want to ask a lot of questions. What kinds of things have been happening? We'd look into the area and try to understand it better, and then make a more whole presumption about what might be happening there. So let's see what else goes on here.
Joey shows that there's no one outside and that there's nowhere for anyone to hide.
Yeah.
In fact, this window is on an enclosed balcony 12 feet off the ground.
Yeah,
It would
so-
basically be impossible for anyone to climb up, walk by this window, and then just disappear by the time Joey rushed outside.
I agree with that.
Later that evening, Joey receives a motion notification from the nanny cam in his son's room.
Okay, what are we
He
gonna
checks
get?
the feed and is shocked by what
I'm ready.
he finds.
I'm ready, baby. Let's go.
Really closely. The rocking chair starts to move. It's in
Okay.
the corner.
HVAC? First thing I have to ask is there a vent there
You can see
blowing
it's very slight,
hot or
it's very
cold air
slight.
out?
But you can see the shadow kind of moving.
Is there
It's
a window
rocking.
open?
On its up, there's no there. Everyone is above us right now.
And I honestly don't see the
Everyone's
movement that
up.
much. Oh,
The wife. Fly off.
okay.
That's right.
That. Okay, let's talk about that. Whoa! I was gonna pause it, but
what is going on? No one's there.
that was scary.
What is happening?
And I'll tell you why I
The
think
rocking
that's
chair
scary.
sitting in the corner of
Okay,
his son's
before
bed.
they show it again, there's a couple. Number one, I didn't see the rocking chair moving that much, just so we're clear on that. The other thing that's happening now is a thing of baby wipes is getting tossed. The baby wipes usually weigh, they're like a pound. They're pretty heavy. They would have to have a substantial amount of force behind them to move, depending on how full the container is. And then it looks like a waste paper basket or like maybe a diaper genie or something on the left side there. That gets pushed forward too and is all captured. So let's just take a look at that again as they replay it. And if you have an idea of what that could be, you put it in the comments. But I'm just speculating. I don't know. So let's see.
Begins to rock back and forth by itself. almost as if someone is sitting in it.
Okay.
Then some baby wipes fly off the dresser, and a hamper falls over onto the floor.
It's a pretty empty hamper, so not much in it, but
the
still.
family has already made plans to move to another apartment. And until then, they will be staying at his mother's house.
Good idea. Just in case.
Scary videos. Jason Barber from Salisbury, North Carolina, comes home from work, and he gets the unexpected scare.
Is Salisbury, North Carolina, where Salisbury steak is from? Go back in the can, ADHD. We're trying to watch videos.
A lifetime.
Not paranormal. Just terrifying. You want to know what I'm Scooby-Dooing it out? Right there. I don't know what kind of snake that is.
A angry snake is hiding around the edges of Jason's front
That ain't
door
for me.
and lunges out in an attempt to bite him. Luckily for Jason, the bite was a miss, and the snake is actually a non-poisonous black rat snake. But something to be learned from this.
Not to correct Nuke's top 5, but just for everybody to know, food is poisonous and snakes are venomous. Poison is something you ingest and it gets you very sick or kills you. Venom, right? That's something that's injected into your skin, gets in your bloodstream, and the toxins kill you. So just so you all know, a little helpful tip if you didn't know that.
If you walk up and your cat is just staring at the door and meowing for no reason, maybe take a closer look before you just head in.
Jason was like, ah! Run! I'm with you, buddy. I'm out.
In another clip, a man and woman have a similar scary encounter.
Oh, another snake video? I have that folding chair. Oh, what happened? I didn't even see it. What the heck? I didn't even see what happened. I was so focused on the folding chair. The cat had to go back and get its snake.
An old step stool and is shocked to find a large snake hiding under a box right in front of it. They make a run for it with their puppy following close behind.
We get to see it. Oh,
but the puppy is not gonna let the snake have his toy. So he just runs back in and yoinks it away. Snake or not, nothing is getting his favorite toy.
Smart.
Game changer.
All right.
Nuke's top 5 viewer Christopher Duncan emailed us some creepy CCTV footage captured at a small church in rural Mississippi.
Okay, cool.
The CCTV.
I have no idea what this is going to be, again, but what I'll tell you is CCTV is closed circuit television, so it's a security camera footage, okay? There's all kinds. There's infrared that see in the dark. There's different kinds. There's different resolutions. There's different frame rates. So that means that sometimes the camera makes something look like something that it is not. So with that being said, I don't know this video. We're going to watch it and we'll talk about it. Oh, play, baby.
Camera is recording the playroom of the church's, quote, youth group. Okay. When something happens that no one at the church can explain.
So it's in the light.
John, are you watching the same? It's not nobody.
Oh, they're excited.
Watch.
So it's a stick, a pool stick. Oh!
Watch, John. Watch.
What is happening? And the people in the room are not paying attention to it. They don't know that it's happening.
They're about to go crazy and break.
No way. Oh, he must have already watched it and known that was going to happen.
It's still moving, y'all. It's still moving.
How could that be happening? Hold on. All right, so I'm watching this. Logical brain says that there's a string attached to this somehow, and somebody's really giving it a good yank, and they are attempting to make some sort of viral video out of this. However, this is a church group, and I would not expect a church group to go out of their way to deceive people just for some paranormal content, or ever for anything. I believe that most people are good and they don't go out of their way to be bad and deceive people. Just so we're clear, it's just who I am. So, but looking at this, I'm saying to myself, that's a lot of force, and I don't know the make of that pool stick, but I can say that any pool stick, whether it's a toy or a professional one, they're very sturdy. they're dowels of wood, and they're usually very, very, very sturdy because you use them to hit things. They have to take a beating. You lay them up against stuff. People bang them around. So what kind of force had to go into that to break it? And why would a ghost do that? So let's see if they play it again, if they have any kind of explanation or anything else happens.
A pool stick on the floor of the church playroom can be seen rolling around, shaking, and vibrating all on its own before it just snaps right in half.
Yeah.
Chris says that the kids in the room were so busy and loud that they didn't even notice the creepy event.
Wow.
But after playtime, church officials found the broken pool stick on the floor and went back to check the CCTV footage
and it was a room
to
full of
find
kids.
out
They're not doing
just
this.
who did it. They were pretty shocked to see that the pool stick seemed to just break on its own.
That's officially
Chris
one of
says
the
church is known to be haunted, and that there have been many other incidents.
That's officially one of the strangest things that I have ever seen on CCTV. Now I have some footage from a friend of mine that worked at a crematorium, and we've seen some pretty interesting things happen there, but you would kind of expect it. They incinerate people there. So that's at the crematorium, not at a church. Now they're saying it has some other stuff. I wonder if they're going to tell us a story about it, and if they are, what the stories are. So let's keep going.
It's a paranormal activity over the last 20 years.
Okay, it's a long
So
time.
could this be the work of an angry spirit or an aggressive entity? And why at a church?
It's so weird the way the stick was like wobbling like that and then
Strange
snapped.
noises from the toilet. This next video was posted to the Nukes Top 5 subreddit, and I really appreciate all my subreddit followers. So I'm just gonna repeat what someone on there wrote that I should say about this video. Reddit user Minato caught something really odd on his home camera while pooping. So user Minato is actually a guy named Dustin.
I'm assuming this is
YouTube. He
YouTube.
apparently has an extensive collection of bongs.
Oh.
But never mind that. Let's just analyze what Dustin heard while dropping the kids off at the pool.
I like the humor. The dog. Hey, doggy.
A soft female voice can be heard calling out,
Okay.
Dustin?
Okay. We'll talk about this in a second.
Dustin is home alone, but he says the voice was so clear that he thought a stranger was standing right outside his bathroom door.
All right, hold on.
Even creepier, Dustin's two dogs seem to be anxiously looking around the living room.
Yeah, of course.
Almost as if they can see something.
Like, don't you guys have a Ring camera at home? Most of us do. Ring camera and some kind of Amazon camera, some sort of home camera that it's got a two-way speaker on it. And if it's hooked up to your Wi-Fi, guess what? People can remote into that thing digitally. I'm not a hacker. I don't know any of this stuff, but I know it can happen. So it might be somebody just messing with him. They were like, you know what? We got this guy's password, or we got into his Wi-Fi and he's got home cameras, and we've heard him walking around. We know what his name is. So they say it and they freak him out when they know that he's like in the worst possible position ever to be scared, or the best position. I mean, you can't Scooby-Doo on out, but you can, finish relieving yourself. So there's that.
That we can't. So did Dustin capture, quote, something really odd on his home camera?
I don't think it's
while
paranormal.
Pooping? And just how many bonks does one fellow need? Dustin?
It's a good question.
You can answer these questions and more down in the comments.
Let's say thank you very much to Nukes Top 5 for always having some really amazing paranormal videos and some funny videos. And remember, I'm not an expert in anything. I am just a guy who loves watching these videos just like you. I try to take a more analytical look at them. And I don't take a hard stance on either side of it. I really love the things that really could be paranormal because that's what thrills me about actual paranormal investigation. But I also really love the thrill of trying to understand it. If something is naturally occurring, if there's a very easy explanation for something that just seems scary and paranormal. And I also just love the silly stuff like this, and the snakes were pretty funny. So if you like that kind of stuff and you like my commentary, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, come hang out with us. Of course, leave a comment down below. If you have a particular video here on YouTube that you really think that I need to look at, or you think that I'll have a good time watching and having fun with, do me a favor, just leave that down in the comments. I'll click it and I'll watch it, and I'll decide if it's something that I feel like I can use here. I'm having a lot of fun. Remember, my name is Scott. I'm a medium and a psychic. I'm also a paranormal investigator, and I really love all of this stuff. And everything that I do here is with love, for fun, for entertainment. It is for the purpose of bringing us closer and having a good time and helping make sense of the world around us that is sometimes seemingly unbelievable and supernatural. So do me a favor, everybody. If you're interested in supporting the channel at all, I'm going to leave a link down to some of my merch. I have Ghosts and Donuts. That's my brand. I rock it all the time. This is one of our sweatshirts. It's down there. We're dropping new stuff all the time. So if you're interested in those sorts of things and want to support the channel, please do me a favor. Go down below in those links and find them. And you know what I think you should do? I think you should watch the next video, which has probably appeared somewhere here by now for you. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you on lives, and I'll see you here for some more reaction videos and more of my own paranormal and spooky adventures. See you soon.